Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Again, just can't get enough of Vail Mountain Rescue this morning, and I'm here with Dan Smith. We're continuing our conversation. Now, you were just telling us about the mission that you had last week. You were able to successfully rescue a hiker that lost his way, but
last night.
You also have been working on some training.
Oh yeah, you train 2 hours for every mission hour, roughly. And we did 4 days of training at the HATS, or the High Altitude Army Aviation Training Site. Takes a while to learn that. Where we trained not only our own people, and Mountain Rescue Aspen trained their own people. We trained 165 people from various places around the state, other rescue teams. Our team and Mountain Rescue Aspen are the only two authorized to ride the cable. So that we're the only, there's 16 people in the state that can be raised and lowered, and we're going to grow that by another 16 for 2 front range teams. There are very few instances we have to do that, but when you have to do it, you have to know what you're doing. So we train that, and then we train other teams on, you found the patient, now you got to get him out. We're going to have to hoist him. The helicopter will come over, lower the gear, you use the gear, the helicopter will raise him. That is a ballet all in itself. There are cables moving around in the air, as you'll see in some of the slides we have. There are tag lines moving around in the air. There are photographers taking pictures of things, which is what this one shows. We use the Chinook, or the flying school bus, to get out to some of these sites. That aircraft is not supposed to fly. It actually beats the air into submission. And we flew 2 different types of aircraft, the UH-72, which is a smaller bird, or the Black Hawk, which is what we use. National Guard is the one that's doing this. They're providing all the aviation. We're just providing the ground teams. And these are some of the finest pilots in the world. They really are. They've had multiple tours to very unpleasant places. They have thousands of hours apiece. They really know what they're doing, and their relationship with the guys in back, the 2 crew chiefs, that trust between the pilot. This is one we're flying what's called a stable flight bag. We have a patient in there, and the technician hanging on a cable with him is moving a tail assembly on that bag to keep the bag from spinning.
Wow.
You notice there's no tag line from the bag, no rope going to the ground, which is much, much safer for everybody. The more you tie that helicopter to the ground, the worse you can get. It's like ropes in the air are like ropes in the river. They're snakes. Here's one again out on LZ, I think that's Dust Bowl. And then the 72, the little bird trying to just raise a stable flight bag without an attendant clipped on. A lot of different ways to do this. But we put in, we had about 120 people working at all times. Instructors and students, about 50 to 60 students a day, and all the rest were instructors and ground crew and so forth. So we put a lot of effort into this, and it pays off. We've seen it when you have untrained people on the ground trying to work with a helicopter, and this is not, doesn't work real well. We also did night training, which we don't have any photos of here. And night training is there to show you, yes, we can do this at night, but you really don't want to ask for it.
Right.
If you're under a helicopter in the dark and you can't see anything but chem lights on the litter, the pilots can see you. They've got night vision goggles, but you can't see them. And you can't see that whole loop of cable. And that really gets scary. And I was safety on a couple of those nights, and you wind up grabbing people and pulling them out of the way. But you're under a 60-mile-an-hour downdraft. It's a whole different world.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what we try and teach people, and we do this about once or twice a year with other people, and then we train our own people in other 2 one-day trainings. Just it's time under blades is what you're looking for.
I tell you what, the level of professionalism with these guys that are, all volunteer. Again, Vail Mountain Rescue. These are the people that you want rescuing you when you're in a bind. Dan, thank you so much for
Pleasure,
being on, just sharing.
as always.
It's always so nice. We'll have more time next Monday, so you have to come back.
Just tell Ken I'll bring the water gear in next week.
Okay, I will. All right, speaking of that, we'll be checking in with Ken Hovey here shortly, also Megan, and we still have a lot headed your way on this Monday edition of Good Morning Vail.